Hi everyone, I'm Melinda, and I'm going to talk about social introverts. So first a bit about me. During my day job, I am a developer at Unbox Consulting. But in my spare time, I do a couple of different things. For starters, I'm one of the organizers of Geeks of London, and we are running 2 events this year, which are really cool, so sign up. And I also run a blog, Miss Geeky, where I write about all things I find geeky. What this means, though, is that I go to a lot of events. I go to hack days, bar camps, conferences, lots of blog-related events. So this means I interact and I talk to a lot of people. So people are quite surprised to hear when I say that I consider myself a massive introvert. Breathe. And I think that's kind of got to do with that a lot of people don't actually realize what introversion and extroversion actually are. A lot of people typically think that introverts are shy and quiet, and extroverts are social and outgoing. And this is sort of true, but that's not the actual definition of introversion and extroversion. How I see it is where you get your energy from. So what recharges your batteries? Introverts have that mainly from self-reflection, and extroverts but from interaction, so interacting with others. Which means that introverts will tend to be, will want to be alone because that's when they can reflect, and extroverts will want to be around people because that's how they recharge the batteries, by interacting. So this does mean that most of the time introverts will be shy and quiet, and extroverts will be more social and outgoing, but this isn't always the norm. So you will have extroverts that are kind of shy, and you will have introverts that are quite social and outgoing, which I consider myself now to be. And I kind of call this subgroup social caterpillars. So we're kind of like social butterflies, but we just kind of have to work way more harder to have our moments of butterfly-ness. So yeah, how do you recognize a social butterfly caterpillar in the wild? So, well, for starters, cocoon. This means that once in a while we do have to kind of retreat back into ourselves, even at an event. So that might mean that we'll step outside, take a bit of fresh air, or stare intently at our iPhones pretending we're doing something very important. But we need kind of that moment to ourselves, just reflecting on whatever is going on in our own minds. Second, and here's where my metaphor gets a bit flaky, antennae. What I mean with this is we'll interact with people, but not necessarily all in real life. So thanks to social networks, we can do a lot of the interaction already just online. So we can meet new people already online, and that kind of takes away the stress of interacting with new people, because in some cases they're not exactly new anymore. And it also means that you can continue the conversation online once you've actually met them in real life. Then third is consume. So caterpillars, they eat a lot. And I kind of took that as social caterpillars will listen and analyze the events that they're at. So they'll listen a lot to what's happening around them and kind of analyzing the environment to see what the best approach is for them. They'll try to analyze the environment so that they know what the best way is for them to handle themselves. And finally, fly. So we can have our moments of being butterflies. So we can have good conversations and meet interesting people and present at events like this one. And that's kind of my 300 seconds.